Thank you very much. So next up is a revolutionized invention for cricket and racket sports. Give a big hand to our next competitor, Hybriteq. The stage is yours.
Legends have a story. Almost every time in these stories are dedication and hard work. One of the players in that video once said that when he was young, he used to play a single stroke 1,000 times a day, every day for years, just to develop his muscle memory and to create that perfect template. And I'm pretty sure back then he would have asked, isn't there an easy way? Is there another way? Probably not. But then again, that was a long time ago. Times change and so does the technology. If they ask me the question today, I would say yes, there is a way. A much easier way to develop your muscle memory. A much easier way to create that perfect template with a minimal effort. But all you need is the passion. And I'm about to tell you what that is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Hybriteq's latest innovation. The Strike Master 1.0. And yes, it's been patented, so don't get any ideas. So our device is what we call a batting performance analyzer. In a simpler context, it means for all the cricketers out there, it acts as a personal trainer. And for all the trainers or the coaches out there, it is sort of a coaching assistant. Fixed on top of the bat, you can actually, it's actually very easy to fix. Just pull the grip down, fix it, and pull it back up. Down, fix, up. And then all you have to do,
bat lift angle is 180 degrees. Bat lift angle is 180 degrees.
All you have to do is to play the stroke
Bat lift angle is 92 degrees. Bat lift angle is 100.
and to listen to the auditory output.
Bat lift angle is 56.
This is just a demo version. We'll be giving out not just 4 features. There's just 4 features mentioned here. We'll be providing 7 key features such as the backlift angle, follow through angle and so on, together with an auditory input where the player will be able to hear the auditory input through a earbud that can be fixed or removed to the helmet. Now with our key feature, the Stroke Guru, the players can actually compare their performances with performances of national level cricket players and also performances of major club level players so that they really know where they are. And for all the coaches, the trick is this. They are able to, through our device, they are able to provide more qualitative advices to their students. And the best part about this is, they don't even have to be in the grounds at the time of practice. They can be miles away in a different country, but still obtain the data in real time. Launching Strike Master 1.0 is the first milestone on a very long road. We'll be continuously upgrading the device, we'll be adding more features, and we'll be integrating more devices as we go along. And our final goal is to implement what we call the Smart Cricket Net concept. Now, to be frank, this industry has a lot of stakeholders, and so does our device. So to address each and every market, we have come up with 5 different business models. For an instance, we have the individual approach, where we reach the individual players, the youngsters out there, where we'll be selling the device for a price tag of 58 US dollars with access to one user account. And for in-club approach and camp initiative, where there are cricket camp organizers, we'll be giving the device for a price of 85 US dollars with access to 3 user accounts. And Outer City Club initiative is where we go beyond Colombo to the suburbs, to the cricket clubs in the suburbs, because we'll be giving the device for them on a rent basis, very affordable price, because what's important there is not the price, but the data. Because we tend to find a lot of potential cricketers in the suburbs, but they are rarely highlighted rather. But the moment they start using our device, all their performances will be sent to our database, and this database can be accessed by anyone who is willing to play actually. And the national highlight is where people like the Sri Lankan Cricket Selection Committee, the Sri Lankan Cricket Board, when it comes to Sri Lanka, when it comes to India, it's the ICC or the Bangladesh, the Australian cricket, they can have paid access to our database in selecting their players to represent their own countries. So we'll be charging a certain amount from the number of cricketers that they'll be selecting through the system, through our device as well. Currently, we are in the process of setting the groundwork together with Dialogue Sri Lanka, which is the main sponsor for Sri Lankan cricket, in organizing a cricket camp to filter out and select the next best 100 cricketers. With a wide market in front of us, we are hoping to address each and every market through different go-to-market strategies. The first one is the most common one, the social media, and we have cricket camps, we have cricket pages, we have bat sales where we give the device, we enter into a partnership together with bat manufacturers, and we distribute the device along with the purchase of the bat. And then we have online streaming, especially for college big matches. And then we have television broadcasts, where we are currently in the process of discussion with a certain sports news director of a certain television company to use our outputs in backing up their in-game analysis and their post-shot analysis as well. With over 3.3 million cricketers around the world, we are hoping to achieve a revenue of 69,000 US dollars locally and a revenue of $909,000 internationally. This is our team. We have Janaka and Dinuka from University of Mora, they're computer science engineers. We have Surat, who's a mechatronics engineer from KDU, and myself, Oshad De Silva. I have a bachelor's degree in logistics and transportation from Cine campus. So with the diversified team, our purpose is not to give yet another cool device. It is to introduce something that is profitable as well, and leaving nothing but legends behind. Thank you.
Have you you looked at, for example, in golf clubs they have the way you can practice your swing, and is this kind of modeled around that as well? Like you could load your a popular star, whether it's Mahela or someone like that, and you can see how they bat versus you did a stroke, etc. Is that something that you're thinking about?
Yes, because what you're saying is, for me to clarify, is whether we're adopting the same concept into cricket as well. Well, yes, because the only difference is in cricket there are a lot of variables in play. In golf it might be just the power of the stroke and so on. But in cricket there are a lot of variables in play, and we have and the most important thing is the timing. Where imagine you are facing a fast bowler, and if your backlift angle is too high, then you're going to get bowled out. So your timing and your angles are very important to you, and that is what we give.
How much are you asking for, and what percentage of equity?
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah.
What is? Are you raising funds at this time, or?
Yes, we are.
So how much are you asking for, and what percentage of equity?
We are actually seeking for around 20 million, 20 to 25 million for our initial stage for seed round, around 20 to 25 equity share.
You mentioned you have a patent application. Have you made sure your patent application covers all your business plans? Because it sounds like one of your business plans is to sell physical devices, but you're also planning to raise money by allowing people to use the application. So what does the patent application cover?
So actually we applied for the local Sri Lankan patents. We did the patent for the product and the concept. Our main concept is the remote coaching, because the coach in another country can mentor a student in a country with the analytics, and we have done the copyrights for the app and the algorithm. That's it.
Thank you.
Who gives the technical backup?
Actually, even when including all our outputs, we have taken suggestions of over 100 professional cricketers. So each and every cricketer provides us with outputs. And other than that, we have approached 2 cricket captains of Sri Lanka, former cricket captains, one of whom is still playing. And by the time we execute our camp together with Dialogue, they too will be on board with us.
Will you be allowed to use the gadget while a professional match is being played?
Yes, this is mainly for the coaching purposes, but while the match is also being played, yes, it can be used because it was used once for a trial, on a trial basis. So yes, we can use it, but we'll have to discuss with ICC on certain conditions.
I'd be very careful about putting a patent on this out in Sri Lanka only. If you don't have money, because you're given 1 year to file it internationally, but much more importantly, if someone copies this and patents it in India, you're messed up. So if you don't have the money, talk to me elsewhere and I'll somehow try and help you to get the money, but file it in India also.
Thank you, ma'am.
You mentioned about the timing aspect. Is there any other sensors, for example, in the ball or things that show the coaches how the movement of the bat is timed with the ball passing?
So I didn't get that. The other sensors in the sense. I didn't get.
Okay. You mentioned timing is an important factor. It seems the sensor is only on the cricket bat.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of coordinate that with the movement of the ball?
If the ball is timed late, it will be balloon. That means that means actually with this sense also we can get timing analysis, because with the placement of the ball or the place of the the hit of the ball, we can assess the timing, and we are giving currently from that perspective.
Are there any financials on this? How much money you are planning to make?
Locally, we are planning to make around 6,000-9,000. That is at the end, beginning of 2019. So, if I may, to get back to your question, sir, we'll be introducing what we call the bowling sensor along the way, where we measure the bowler's aspect as well, and we'll be integrating the two so that we could deliver a better output. Thank you.